Good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday. I wanted to come to you all this morning with a few updates on a few stories that are in the news, and I will probably be back on live tonight because there's a lot going on. There's a lot going on, including some whatever that was that Drake released yesterday. But Mm, yeah. So there's a lot of other things that I might come back on tonight to talk about. But meanwhile, I wanted to come on this morning and just hit a few stories. We are still coming to terms with the passing of Malcolm Jamal Warner, and there's been an update from police around some of the events surrounding the drowning incident. There's been a lot of stories out there, some that suggest that his daughter was actually in the water with him and she was rescued and so on. So the police just wanted to clarify some of the things around the timeline of events. And that included clarifying what the situation was with Malcolm Jamal Warner's daughter. So let's just jump into that story and get up to date on that situation. And let's see here for People Magazine. Costa Rican officials are providing new details that clarify the timeline of events that led to Malcolm Jamal Warner's passing on Monday, July 21st. He was 54 years old. Still processing that, y'all. Still hard to believe. In a new statement obtained by People on Thursday, July 24th, Costa Rica's Judicial Investigation Agency told People that Warner's daughter was not in the water with him when he drowned. So that's good to hear, because some reports were saying that she was in the water with him, and some reports were saying that people were able to rescue her, but they were not able to rescue him. But the police is saying no, that was not the case. It says, quote, Mr. Warner was playing with his daughter at the seashore at one point. He then left her out of the water, and he and a friend of his entered the sea. It was at that moment that they were swept away by the current, and the friend managed to get out. However, Mr. Warner was unable to get out and was pulled out by several people on the beach. He received care from Red Cross officials, but was pronounced dead at the scene. The OIG previously confirmed to People that Warner's cause of death was ruled asphyxiation by submersion. Warner's body was formally identified by the Costa Rican National Police and will be removed from the judicial morgue by a funeral service company hired and authorized by Mr. Warner's family. Just reading those details just makes it just hit home. Dr. Mauricio Solana Corella, medical director for the I'm not even going to try it. Health area previously confirmed that a 29-year-old man from Nicaragua was at the scene attempting to rescue Warner. The man was treated, found to be stable, and was discharged without complications. Dr. Corella told People in a statement. The investigation remains ongoing. Warner is survived by his wife and his daughter, who's 8. Warner was best known, and we know, of course, the Huxtables and the resident community, Malcolm and Eddie. Yeah. His other biggest mission besides his family was just being a good person. This is a friend of the family, Candace Kelly. She told People in an exclusive interview published on July 24th, he wanted to be remembered like that. He has said that he just wants to be remembered as a good person. And by all accounts, he's got that down. He really did. That was really sincere. So that was the most recent update, just to let us know that Malcolm's daughter was not in the water with him. Again, there are stories out there saying that she was in the water and she was rescued, but they weren't able to rescue Malcolm, and the police are saying that's not true. So I saw in another report, I believe his body at this point has been flown home to be released to the family. So yeah, so just continued prayers for Malcolm Jamal Warner's family, his wife, his child, all of his family. I believe his mom is still alive too. So his just everybody, his family, friends, the community at large, because I think we take this one personal here. This one hits us really hard. So again, just prayers and condolences out to Malcolm Jamal Warner's family, loved ones, friends, fans, supporters in the community at large. So another story that has also been updated is the story around the CEO and the head of HR cuddling at the Coldplay concert. We all know about that story by now. How could you miss it? There are memes everywhere. We got mascots reenacting what happened on the Kiss Cam. It's just a lot. It is a lot going on, but we do have an update. And let me just go to that story quickly so we can see what that is. And so many people are having a really I'm going to say good time with what happened with these people as far as the comedy of it all. I will tell you, I have thought about the CEO's wife for sure, because I'm thinking she doesn't find any of this funny. Okay. But let's see. There's an update surrounding this HR exec, Kristin Cabot. She resigns after being seen on camera cuddling with CEO at Coldplay concert. So, he had already resigned and now she has officially resigned. I saw a story on the news yesterday, and I don't know. I haven't confirmed if it's true. I just don't think it's true. So we'll see. But there was a story out there that this CEO was looking into what might be his options to sue Coldplay. Um, I just don't want to believe that's true. I mean, I know the CEO, from what I understand, he is also a billionaire. So who knows? Who knows what billionaires may think they can, prove or fight or whatever. But it'd be in his best interest, in the best interest of his family, not to do that, if that's true. So we'll see if anything comes of that. But that was also in the news. So, but meanwhile, Kristin Cabot, she has now resigned, and let's see what the story has to say here. Days after astronomer CEO Andy Byron resigned, after he was seen wrapping his arms around one of his female executives. If you work for this company, and if you had any challenges with how HR handles something, if you questioned their credibility, if you questioned their ethics, I don't know what might be going on inside this company right now. There might be a lot of people trying to reopen their cases or even file maybe with different organizations, because the head of HR and the CEO, that is not a good look. So I guess that's why we are here, and they have resigned. So again, days after astronomer CEO Andy Byron resigned after he was seen wrapping his arms around one of his female executives. And what does her job review? What does her performance review look like? I wonder. What did her bonus look like? I wonder. Since he probably was the one determining like the amount, her performance level. I'm just saying. And when they resigned, I bet they got, well, he's already a billionaire, the CEO, but I'm sure they got a golden parachute of some sort. I'm sure they did. That's how it works for people at this level. And it's disgusting. Okay. So anyway, back to the story. Days after astronomer CEO Andy Byron resigned after he was seen wrapping his arms around one of his female executives at a concert, the company confirms that astronomer human relations executive Kristin Cabot has also left her role. A rep for astronomer confirms to People that Cabot, astronomer's chief people officer, resigned and is no longer with the company. Byron and Cabot went viral for their reaction to being caught on camera together during a Coldplay concert at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts on July 16. When they realized that they were on the kiss cam, Cabot covered her face as Byron ducked down. I don't know if Saturday Night Live, are they in production right now on their current season? I don't know, but I know a skit is coming from them on this if it hasn't already, so I need to keep an eye out for that. Their reaction prompted Coldplay's lead singer Chris Martin to joke that they might be having an affair. And as the footage spread online, a media frenzy ensued, resulting in memes, mockery, as well as conversations about the nature of privacy in the digital age. Well, we can have conversations about the nature of privacy in the digital age, but at this point, I think we all have to accept that there really is no privacy. And there are certain places where you probably shouldn't even expect privacy. What privacy do you expect when you're at a concert? Pardon me. What privacy do you expect when you're at a concert? Just knowing that everywhere you go, everybody has a cell phone. What privacy are you really expecting when you're out in the public? Not to mention cameras that are on businesses and city cameras. And I mean, we're literally living in an episode of Black Mirror. There is no privacy out in public. So it's interesting that there are conversations about the nature of privacy in the digital age. Okay. As the controversy continued to make headlines, Byron's resignation was announced on Saturday, July 19th. News of Cabot's departure from the company came less than a week later. Byron and Cabot, neither of whom has spoken publicly about the nature of their relationship, are both reportedly married. On Monday, July 21st, Pete DeJoy, the new interim CEO, addressed the incident, saying in a statement titled "Moving Forward at Astronomer," he said, "The events of the past few days have received a level of media attention that few companies, let alone startups in our small corner of the data and AI world, ever encounter." DeJoy wrote, "The spotlight has been unusual and surreal for our team. And while I would never have wished for it to happen like this, astronomer is now a household name." Now, pardon me again. What is so interesting about that? What in this comment? Before this happened, who knew anything about a company named Astronomer? And I was talking with one of my nephews about this story, and he made this point that they were definitely going to leverage this incident in order to get more attention on the company, just for people to even know who they are, what they do, and so on. So it may look like a crisis, but is it really a crisis? Is it really a crisis? So it's interesting that the interim CEO says the spotlight has been unusual and surreal for our team. And while I would never have wished for it to happen like this, Astronomer is now a household name. With an eye to the future, DeJoy expressed confidence in the future of the company. He said, "To our team, thank you for your resilience." I could do a whole live on when that word resilience is used in the workplace. But I digress. He went on to say, "To our team, thank you for your resilience and commitment to building something great." He added, "And to our community and customers, Thank you for your trust. We won't let you down. Byron has not responded to people's messages seeking comment. Efforts to cabot have also been unsuccessful. So all of that is very interesting. I saw I saw somebody post about this company because clearly this company does a lot with data. I don't know if it's like data storytelling, creating data dashboards, and so on. And somebody said, well, with this whole Coldplay incident, people are going to feel like they can't trust their data. And I'm like, y'all, stop playing now. Stop playing. We do not hold anybody, and when I say we, I'm being generous here, but we at large in this country, we do not hold people to some high ethical standard. I mean, look around. Ethics is not a deal breaker, or lack of ethics, or the appearance of the lack of ethics is not a deal breaker. It's not a deal breaker in our country for big positions or and so on. So the thought that this CEO being exposed, who's now resigned, is like, oh my, nobody's going to work with this company now because how could you trust their data if you can't trust the CEO to honor? Stop. Stop. That is not what we're doing here. Come on now. This company will probably actually benefit from this quote unquote fiasco because prior to this, and this is a startup company, nobody really knew who Astronomer was. So if they're smart, which I say if they're smart, they would definitely leverage this. And I fully expect them to leverage this sad moment, quote unquote, into something big for the company. Just watch. Just watch. Okay, and the last story I wanted to update you all on this morning is Olandria from Love Island. Her mother has been on the media lately here defending her daughter because she is not happy, as I feel like any mama would feel. She's not happy with people attacking her daughter. And so she's had a lot to say about that. And so we're just going to look at a comment that she left, a post that she made, and then we're going to look at a quick video from her. But I'm telling you right now, I stand with Olandria's mama because I too am a mother. And I am here to tell you, if you came for my daughter the way some of these people are coming from Olandria, calling her a mean girl and all of that, which she's not in my opinion, and a lot of other people feel like that is just a wrong label to be placed on her, I would be just like her mama. I would be just like her mama. So let's read what her mama said here in this post, and then we'll take a quick look at a video that she also left. Okay, she says, y'all bitches really be reaching. Who cares if you don't like Olandria? She's not made for everyone to like. My daughter is far from a mean girl. She just doesn't take no ish. Y'all just soft as F. And I'm saying ish and F, y'all, just because, YouTube doesn't like for you to say certain things. Okay. All right. She was raised not to take ish from anyone and to check any B that comes at her sideways. Y'all want to create a mean girl narrative about someone who just keeps it real and calls you out on your bullshit. You can't be a girl's girl to someone who's fake. Now, I know she's talking about Huda. I know she's talking about Huda. Might even be talking a little bit about Clark, but definitely about Huda. Okay. She's not sneaky. She just sits back and peeps shit. It's easy to sit behind a TV screen and judge someone off a show that's somewhat scripted and edited. Stop trying to make these young women and men look bad for doing what they had to do or chose to do on a TV show. People who know each of them personally could tell you how wrong you are and how badly you need to hurry up and sit the F down. It is okay to be a fan of whoever, but you don't have to down or lie on the ones you're not a fan of. They're real people with real feelings. This could very well be your child, mom, sister, brother, aunt, uncle, or even you. These people have made it to places we probably never will. Just be happy for them and uplift them along the way. And if you can't do that, then simply shut the F up. Now, I saw clips from Olandria where I think she is still very much adjusting to everything that comes with being on Love Island. I think she is definitely from the Kiki Palmer interview. She is adjusting to the fact that she was even labeled a mean girl by some. And it seems to be a lot. She said in one of the social media posts with her and Nick that Nick has kind of been helping her with some of this adjustment and even sometimes just telling her just to get off the phone or get out of the comments. So, but I bet it is a lot to take on. And again, Landria's mom is out here basically saying not too much on my daughter and cussing people out. And I get it. I get it. Who wants to see their child under attack? So let's take a look at a video posted by Alandria's mom where she talks a little bit more about what Alandria is going through. And she talks a little bit about what Alandria even went through when she was in school, kind of similar to what she's experiencing now after being on Love Island. So let's take a quick listen.
Put my child on anything, just long as she ain't out there doing the most, right? Grading and stuff. But don't get me wrong, I do some of the things that they had them doing. I did feel like it was kind of degrading to women, but hey, who am I? But at the end of the day, she went and she did something that she wanted to do. Because everything she's done is what I asked her, like as far as going to college, getting a degree. She always wanted to model. So hey, everything is coming for her now. Like she did what I asked her to do. I'll support on everything she wants to do. She makes great decisions, always have made great decisions. My daughter always been headstrong. So hey, the sky's the limit for her now. And I just feel like if everybody really knew her journey, they wouldn't be sitting on here saying the things that she's saying. And then I hate that they get on here acting like her life was hard as far as growing up. No, I gave my kids the best life as a single mother. I did everything as far as making sure they had wants and needs. As a single mother, I just made great choices of who I chose to date or have in their life. But she had it hard as far as in school. The same bullcrap she going through right now on social media, she went through in school. From people picking with her, messing with her, disliking her because how she's built, how she looks. This is what she's talking about when she says she have a hard life. People, they were always coming for her for no reason.
And this is why I think, we have to think about people who go on these reality shows, the ones you like and the ones you don't like. It is a mental toll to be on a show like this where basically you're in isolation. You have no idea really what's going on the outside world. You have no idea how you're being perceived by the outside world. And this is, of course, the world of social media. So when you come out, it's like a tsunami. So it's just, I don't know, just to hear, everybody has their story, their background, what they went through even before they came on this show. So I'm just hoping that the show, at a minimum, continues to offer them like mental health services and, free counselors that they could speak with and that type of thing, just to make sure that they can adjust. Because this has to be a lot to handle. It just has to be.
And then some people want you to be that yes friend, that person that's gonna lie. We straightforward. We ain't gonna tell you no lies. And I've lost friends along the way because they didn't want to hear the truth. What I'm asking. So caught up in this fake friend stuff that they can't enjoy a real one. As far as like your friend even asking you something about a man, whether an outfit look good. I mean, some of this stuff I've seen people tell people they look good and something, knowing they need to tell their friend that was wrong. Me and my daughter them, we're gonna tell you, no, that don't look good. You need to go change that. It ain't to make you feel bad. It's because if I'm stepping, I want my friend to look good beside me, and that's the type of person that my daughter is. She ain't gonna let her friend.
And that part, I don't think, I mean, maybe she's just, her mom is just, connecting to other things and maybe her, even her own experiences. Because on the show, I think where people really started calling Nick Olandria a mean girl is when she basically called Huda out at the Stand on Business Challenge for like being more involved with Kristin. She was letting Shelly know, and a lot of people felt like that wasn't Olandria's place to do that. I think a lot of people are kind of salty that Olandria and Shelly were so tight. And then now are suggesting that, oh, they were mean to other girls. We did not see that on this season. We did not see that. Okay. So, there it is. That's just Alandria's mom out here swinging and defending her child and coming across as if she's a bit over it. And I totally understand that as a mother, especially as the mother of a young adult woman. I totally understand where her mother is coming from, because I would be out here swinging too. If you are coming for my child, yeah, I would definitely be swinging. Okay. But anyway, those are the three stories I just wanted to quickly give you all an update on this morning. I am hoping to be back later this, maybe even this evening or this afternoon, because there's so many other things to talk about. Want to talk about the song that Drake just released last night. Want to talk about how Kendrick shows are going in London. There's just a lot more to talk about. So thank y'all for stopping by. I appreciate it so much. Thumbs up the video. If you are not a subscriber, please consider subscribing to the channel. I appreciate the support. Drop a comment. Let me know what you think about any of these topics. And as always, until the next time, bye y'all.